This is RJ Johnson. Yeah, I got a train from Birmingham to Nashville at 0400. Train Q68421. And the engineer is TD Johns. Oh yeah, she's good. She's been working like 15 years. All right, I'll be there. Hey babe, I just got a call. Gotta go to Nashville. Well, that's the typical start to my day as a CSX freight conductor. People ask me how I do it, and I tell them the same thing every time. I was meant to work the trains. Now, it's not for everybody, but if you love it, it's an extremely rewarding job. Sure, the hours are long, and the work can be challenging. I mean, railroading is an outdoor job. We come across all the weather conditions: rain, sleet, snow, freezing temperatures. And because I'm on call, sometimes I miss family events. Like tomorrow, it's my little man's birthday, and I'm gonna miss it because the job I just got called on. But when I get back, I'm gonna spend some quality time with it. You know, as challenging as this job is, I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. So you're thinking about becoming a freight conductor at CSX, huh? Come on, spend the day with me. I'll show you what it's like. CSX operates in 23 states, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, safely moving freight from major cities to markets all over our country. You see, railroads are essential to the success of America. We carry just about anything you can imagine. Like other facets of the transportation industry, working on the railroad is regulated highly by the federal government to keep us all safe. Now, as a new hire, you have to pass urine and hair follicle testing before you can start employment with CSX. And daily, conductors and anyone associated with train movement are subject to drug and alcohol regulations, which means I have to be clean and sober when I'm reporting for duty, on CSX property, staying at a facility paid for by CSX like a CLC hotel, or operating a CSX vehicle. And we are all subject to random and reasonable cause testing. As a conductor, I'm responsible for the safety of the train and my coworkers. I'm also responsible for the safety of the people in the communities while we travel. Now, every day is not the same for a conductor. As a new hire, you work off the extra board. There's not a set schedule. That means even though we're on call, we have to be available to report within a 2-hour notice. Right now, I work nights, weekends, and holidays. And as I gain seniority, well, I'll be able to bid on the shifts that I want, which means I have a say in when I work and where I work. So the shifts get better. Now, for now, I'm guaranteed to work 5 days a week with a maximum 12-hour shift, followed by 10 hours of undisturbed rest. That's the FRA hours of service law. And as you can imagine, we do a lot of travel. More than 75% of the nights, I'm on the road. Some days I see work during the daylight and I go home at night. And then some days I'll work all night before getting a hotel to get my rest and then scheduling a train to head back home. So yeah, it's a tough job, but it's great for me. I mean, I have great pay, some of the best health benefits in the country, and I get to participate in railroad retirement, which is better than Social Security from what I hear. But the best part, I get to work the trains every day. Once we're on duty, we conduct a job briefing with each other to discuss how to perform our work tasks safely and proficiently. We also receive a briefing from the manager of train operations or the yard supervisor. Now, they'll brief us on any additional work we may need to accomplish and provide us with a message concerning safety. Safety is a big priority. Then I'll conduct a job briefing with the train engineer and discuss all the aspects of how we're going to go about doing it. Depending on the job, we may discuss the switch list used to build a train or train manifest and inspection requirements to move a train onto another terminal or deliver cars to a customer at their industry. Like I said, every day is not the same for a freight conductor. You see, once the job and safety briefings are completed, then it's time to put the boots on the ballast. That's the rock that the tracks are on. Now, there are many jobs for a conductor, but safety, that's the top priority. You see, we're the eyes and the ears of the engineer, especially when they're backing up or making shoving movements. CSXT 2359, I'm up and riding. I'm clear of all tracks. Go ahead and shove back 50 car lengths. Now, besides walking on ballast and other uneven surfaces, you'll be expected to mount and dismount equipment multiple times a day. You may have to even go to the other side or set a handbrake. Now, many times my day includes routing the side of rail equipment, sometimes to put cars in order or get them ready for an order to a customer. And sometimes I have to mount or dismount the equipment while it's still moving, but only if it's 4 miles an hour or less. Now, frequently you have to bend or kneel a lot, like when you're lacing up an air hose. And to inspect wheels and brake shoes or perform brake inspections. Of course, each of these tasks must be carefully coordinated with the engineer. We are a crew that looks out for each other, so clear and consistent communication is essential for a safe day. No cutting corners here. All of these tasks are to ensure the operational safety of the train, and these are just some of the things you'll learn to do safely during your 4 weeks at the Atlanta Training Center. It's our premier facility where most CSX operational careers begin. The railroad is a highly regulated industry, so in addition to the hands-on training, there's a lot of information that's covered as well. This includes topics like the operating rules, signal systems, hazardous materials, and operating regulations. You will be expected to successfully complete some online training courses along with the classroom instruction and hands-on competencies in the field. Each conductor new hire is expected to achieve a minimum cumulative score of 90% to continue with the program, and complete some physical tests to ensure you have adequate upper and lower body strength, endurance, and balance, because that's absolutely essential for this position. These include the 4-minute ladder hang, and replacing an 80-pound knuckle should it become necessary to make a repair to keep the train moving on our network. It's just part of the job. Even for me, all this was tough, but hey, I love having a rewarding career as a railroad conductor. I also look forward to the opportunities this job provides as I grow with the company and gain seniority and experience. In addition, since I'm at the center of railroad operations, what I learn here will make me a great candidate for other union positions like a locomotive engineer, remote control locomotive operator, train dispatcher, or yard supervisor. I can even move into a management position by applying for a position as manager of train operations or manager of safety operations. You know, frankly, that's all good stuff. But the best part of this job is working on these trains. Well, looks like I've made it to Nashville. I'll be headed to the railroad-provided hotel to get some sleep and wait for the phone to ring to catch a train back home to Birmingham. But before I do that, I'll need to complete my train ticket and report my accurate hours to ensure that I'm allowed my necessary rest period before going back to work. Accurate reporting is also a federal regulatory requirement. I'll grab a bite to eat and get to bed so I can be rested for a return train that should be called around 0500 in the morning. Whew, I was on that run for 48 hours. I'm ready to spend some time with my son, my family, and relax. Now, I hope this video was helpful for you. But railroading is such an amazing career. And I'm looking forward to you getting yours started and joining us with the team at CSX.